Sit alone. Oh, my camera can't work. So. Again. This. You can't do that here. I got. Oh, freaking. Anyway, how's everybody today? Welcome, welcome. I know nobody's here. I'm just. I have been sick for the last several days. I'm just getting over it, but I'm still far from well. I have. Don't know what it is. Oh, boopy to you too. I see you're up early. What have you been up to? I've been sick. Sick. And I'm eating, so. It's that awful. Everybody's sick. Well, almost everybody. It's going around town now. Well, they said you switched your hours because, your boyfriend there, so. It's 9 a.m. there. Because I listen. Mm-hmm. Oh, what a rush. Oh, what a rush. So how you been? Hey, Gio. What do you mean you can't play with me because I'm sick? How you doing, brother? It's good to see you. I just haven't been on. Just been too, like this morning. Oh my God. I had to go do some paperwork. And it was just the entire way. I'm just hoping I didn't get the entire town sick. That would be something. Man. My fever broke last night. It felt so good. I was all wrapped up like a burrito. And I was just sitting there, and I woke up. It was so hot. I was like, oh, here it comes. A little while later, it broke. Felt so good. But now I got a headache. Still coughing my brains out, but randomly, not like every second. Yeah, I know, typhoid Mary. Yeah, Geo, fucking YouTube. They took away my advanced features. I can no longer pin comments. I have a limited amount of lives that will get posted. And they did something else. They said my channel doesn't have enough history. I was like, whatever. My arm's killing you. See, don't say stuff like that in this crowd, Geo. Just saying. I can't watch cop watching anymore. It's getting boring. I tried watching Chuck tonight. I was like, all we do is watch this fucker ride around town. And when it's routine traffic stops. I know, Gio. Do I love you? I found this dude. I don't know if you've seen my latest videos, my lives, the last couple of them. I found this guy, Dean. I hate the flu, dude. I mean, it is what it is. You get sick, you get better, you move on. It just hurts. I should see these pills I have to take. They're so fucking huge. But if you, sorry, I'm about to cough. If you've seen my lives, last couple of them, I came across this kid. He's 20 years old. I guess he's a philosophy major in college, and he's been really whacking it to the MAGA nuts. And it's good to hear and watching these young kids get involved. But then you hear all the young kids that he's talking against, and it's disheartening at times. Yeah, I know I gotta go on there and try to fix it because I don't pin comments anyway, but still. But yeah, this guy, he's pretty. I don't know if he has scripts or what. But I know it's always uphill. So, no matter what struggle you're, if it was all easy, then I'll be downhill. Oh, good Lord, it's Carl. Hey, Carl. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. I know, Gio. It's always a struggle. It shouldn't have to be though. People should be educated enough to fucking make educated decisions and choices, but they're not. They're not. That's why I have this name because people are just, oh, Carl, that's good. Gonna have your morning tea. I should get some coffee, huh? I gotta go make some coffee, some coffee. But yeah, that's why I have this name because people are fucking stupid and it's disgusting. Not just disgusting. Really, you start to see it everywhere I go. I mean, literally everywhere I go. Especially in this town, when I'm talking to some people, you can't really tell because people, we live in a purple state, and because of that, people don't speak out enough. I came across this woman today who was saying, "Yeah, we need to kill Elon Musk and kill Trump," and I'm like, "No, no, 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 no." I stopped her in her conversation on her phone, and I was like, "No, we don't want them dead. We want them to live a very, very long time so they can suffer in prison for the rest of their remaining lives." But then she's like, I'm like, "Coffee, right on, Carl. Coffee is bad for you. It's all bad for you." And then she was like, "Yeah, and the Democrats too." I'm like, "Oh, good Lord. Can't we focus on one thing at a time, people?" Yes, I know we need to change the whole fucking thing, but we need to have a discussion nationwide. And we need to figure out how to have that discussion. That's what's really killing me, is that these people do not know how to talk to one another. Ugh, I don't want AI. Fuck AI. Be like those people in Demolition Man, fucking the system. Don't you have a job to do? I suggest you go and do it. That's power. Sometimes common sense isn't. Well, common sense has never been common, really. And some common sense things I have found out recently aren't common sense at all, just made up nonsense. You have to constantly question. And that's the thing. People can't stand when people question shit. You know, something that's been said for decades. Like, I'll give you an example. Uh, Wait an hour before swimming after eating. And, oh, I know, Gio. I try. The whole reason I'm here is because I may be silly. I may be different, but I try to do things in a very educational way sometimes. But yeah, I just found out that the reason that's not common sense at all is it was made up because they didn't want people bringing food to the pools in some place, and it just spread from there. So anything that you have to constantly question even the common sense things that people say. Like really dig into the past of things. It's not, it's so hard to differentiate reality from these quote unquote sayings that people say and trying to figure out if they're true or not. Why are you here for? Are you here for the fun and the frolicking in the garden? Because I'm all up for it. Oh, well, I don't think it's lost, Carl. I think it's just bent to the will of those in power. And we, the people, are forced to up our game. We need to get smarter. We need to pay more attention. We need to not be, even though we have to live and have a job and all that shit, we don't. We need to be vigilant always. Thank you, Gio. I appreciate that. When you come around, man, it's just awesome. I just wish I get, I'm not begging for fucking views and shit, but I want to actually get conversations going and get change. I just don't know how to do that. I'm not savvy enough, I think. I'm also not patient enough. Oh, you ain't dumb, dude. Maybe, Carl. Reality is, after all, what we make of it. But you know how you figure out what reality is? Turn off your devices and go outside. Go to a park, go to a forest, a desert, ocean, wherever, that there are no devices. Yeah, it's good to. That's what I've been really striving for, Gio, is to be real. I'm not pretending to be anything I'm not. I'm not trying to be sensational. I'm trying to be honest and open. An adult, which I've never had around me much. No, it's not lost. It's just, like I said, it's everything you see and everything you hear from the outside world on any device you see, TV, billboard, what have you. That's them trying to distort reality. Once you get away from that, you can your brain starts to slow down and think of other things. It stops thinking about the electricity that you're consuming, the clickbait that you're clicking on, and it starts thinking about other things. Oh, yeah. Oh, I walked away from my TV, my Xbox, my phone. I don't have a phone. My TV's dead. And I don't have Xbox, I have PlayStation, but I have severely limited my time on it. I mean, I'm talking maybe half an hour, and not every day. I am holding myself off from playing anything or doing anything on the PlayStation at all. I mean, I might go here in a little while and play my game, but it's only going to be for 15, 20 minutes, maybe half an hour at the most. And even then, I'm only going to be half into it. I thought I'd be playing video games my entire life because I love video games when they were invented. I played them pretty much since I was 12. Was it 12? Maybe 11. 11 or 12 when I first started really playing them. And I thought for the longest time that I'd just be playing these forever because they were just so fun, and I never thought anything of it. But when I hit 50, I started to realize that video games aren't what I need. So I started backing off. I stopped watching television years ago, which I'm proud of. I am very proud of, though I have infinite knowledge of useless television facts. I am proud of the fact that I can not watch television and not be, just one of those things that I personally am very proud of in my life. Oh, I gotta take pills. I gotta take pills, man. Well, see, that's what I thought too, Carl. I thought that so vehemently as a child. I wrote myself a letter that I received. Oh, when was it? I think I was 40 something when I received it. I sent myself a letter from the past. And I said, and I knew, hey, Odyssey, how you doing, my brother? All right, cool. Well, honestly, I've been sick, so. And because I've been sick, YouTube has decided to be a douche nozzle. But oh well. Yeah, you can. Well, I think you can set it to do that. My teacher did that for us. She put a timestamp on it where you can send it to the future. You can do that. I know that. Didn't you see the movie Back to the Future 2 or 3? But yeah, you can do that. You can send shit into the future if you want. And I got the letter, and it kind of blew me away that I was so accurate back then of what I was now, or at least then. And it sort of shook me a little, because up until that point that I received it, I had forgotten I'd written it. And it was very, very accurate. It scared me a little that I was that fucking accurate about my life in the future from the past. Been a week for what? Oh, it's been a week, right on. I haven't played in the last couple of days myself, and I just like I said, it's only 15, 20 minutes and I just get bored. Like I was wanting to get this stuff in this game because I've been waiting to get it. And I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore. What I want to do is just walk around, go do silly stuff, and not get shot at. Though I do like the shooting sometimes. And I was trying to be on later for you as well, Odyssey, just in case. Sorry, his coughing's killing me. And it's not even like, that hardcore. Oh, good Lord. Sorry. Oh. Whew. Yeah, that. I'd have to go look, Gio. I don't know. I'm not a computer. I can't even remember. Yeah, honestly, I've just been sick. There's this flu going around, I guess, and everybody caught it. I think I caught it from the doctor's office. All right, I'll have to take a look, Gio. Oh, so cold. So very cold. Ugh. It's always hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. My feet are the worst. The absolute worst when they're because they haven't really been following a good diet. I've had lapses in judgment. my A1C hit 13, and my blood sugar hit 500 the other day, and they told me to go to the emergency room. I was like, I can't do that. Yeah, so they got me back on it. No, I have to go get them. They have to get some injectables and back on insulin. I really need a better diet. Oh, I will. Oh, Geo, man. Sometimes I know that feeling, but for the most part, I handle cold extremely well. For the most part. Like when it's snowing outside, I'll go out with no shoes on, shorts, and a t-shirt, and sweep my yard or sweep my walk. Yeah, I had 100. I don't know it, but it felt like 108. It was just so hot. But yeah, I usually go out there when it's snowing and go out barefoot, and I sweep the walkway at least to the front. I sweep off the porch because the snow around here don't stick most times. Only when it rains, then snows, does it stick, and then you have to pull out your shovel. But only when it's thick, when you get that thick, huge powder. A lot of the times, and as of late, we've been getting a mixture of these tiny pebbles, like styrofoam little balls, to tiny snow, to the big flakes later on in the day, but mostly nothing that sticks for long. Usually melts away in a day or two. None of these people up here know what a fucking real winter is, anyway. Mm-hmm. Make chemical snow. It's not fake. Oh my god. It's not chemtrails. That's the only reason I'd want to become president, to find out what chemtrails really are. Oh, oh. That's what somebody, I think that's what they should start doing with Trump. Just stop asking normal questions. Just start asking the most asinine, fucking stupidest questions they could possibly ever ask. Excuse me, Mr. President, do you know what chemtrails are? That would be hilarious. Snow is a psyop. Right, sure. Oh, Lord. Oh, that's not sounding good. That's way too much wind back there. There is not anything in the fog, Geo. I don't know what. Nothing out there, man. Nothing. Don't you worry about it. It's all real. When you've lived in fog, you know. You can make snow. It's not that hard. It's just frozen water, man. Misty water. Oh, well, that's probably just from, more than likely, that's from uh, industrial waste in the atmosphere being condensed by the fog or rain or snow. It tends to do that. That's what makes rain in the first place. And snow, if you didn't know, it's not just frozen water, though it is, but it's also, there's a tiny itty bitty particle in each snowflake, in each raindrop, and water condenses and solidifies if it's cold around that particle. It could be it's a really tiny itty bitty thing. That's why you shouldn't eat snow. You should heat it up. If you're gonna eat snow, heat it up and drink it. Boil it first, because like I said, in each individual snowflake, there is a tiny itty bitty microscopic particle in there. Nature be weird, yo. There is no weather manipulation going on. Oh my god. And if it is, it's only on a local level in a small area. They can't control the weather across the planet. Though there are some promising theories that I would like to see tested that will never be tested. And as a country, we need to implement them soon, especially in the Gulf of Mexico. Anybody who calls it the Gulf of America, my presence getting a chop to the throat. No, that's propaganda, dude. They don't admit nothing. There is no weather. I don't know about you people. But no Bigfoot either. Maybe it's bear. Can hardly see. There we go. That's too big. There we go. Yeah, locally by cloud seeding, but even that has problems. People don't understand the weather. If they did, they wouldn't fuck around. And fire, too. Fire is inevitable. No, I didn't. Got a link for that? Fire is inevitable. When you don't mitigate your fucking forests, when you don't treat your forests with respect, when you don't understand the ramifications of not paying attention to your forests, you're going to have fires. We could have mitigated the Los Angeles fire, but nobody wants to pay money for that because it seems like it's make work. A lot of people don't understand how fires go. A lot of people don't know how, how they, it's just, I'm not saying I was a fully trained forest firefighter, but I have been in forest fires. I did take the training for forest firefighting. I have been in several fires myself. I've even set a few because that's part of the job. I've been a week on a hill for 14 hours a day watching a fire burn and helping it burn because there was that much crap on the ground that needed to go, and we had to keep it contained. Control burns, it's some of the most dangerous yet fun part of the job. Oh, I am a CSI guy for sure. I've done firefighting, both forest and a little bit of regular firefighting, though just mostly dumpster fires. We had a dumpster fire guy around in our neighborhood for a while. I've done forestry work, trail building, salmon restoration work, river enhancement to build up because it was eroding too much. I've done a lot of stuff in a very short amount of time too, which always blows me away. The amount of stuff I did in the time I was doing it. Oh, I was on a mountain, man. There's no blue water, nothing around us. Just more forest. I wish I had done more when I could. I wish I had taken that time, but during that time I was lost, like I've been lost my pretty much entire life. Thank you, Carl. I appreciate that. I don't try to use it. I don't try to, I'm this, I'm that. I barely put my foot in, as I have done with many things in my life. Like when I was a drug dealer, I just put my foot in. I didn't fucking want to. I just wanted to get high. You know, when I did anything, it was just minimal, just to see how I would do it and or do in it, and never really went full bore. Like these people who are cops, I know they didn't start out as cops or wanting to even be cops. Somebody intervened in their life and said, you could be doing so much better with your life. Gio, we're all old. But I remember everything. My brain's that way. Unfortunately, I have this very horrible brain that reminds me every time about my past. I mean, from remembering watching the moon landing at 2 years old, or a year and something, to the first time I burned myself with on an iron, first time I cut myself with a screw or nail, first time I remember being scared, which was by a dog barking at me, and so many other things in my life. Like, why do I remember taking shit behind a bush? Can you understand that one? Because I can't. I don't understand why I remember taking a shit behind a bush, but I did. I'm 57. I'll be 58 this year. I'm old. You might not think it, but I'm old. Very old. Huh. Hello to the lurkers. Yeah, I done that too, Gio. I put a fork and I burned out the entire house. Almost burnt down the house. I stuck my finger in an electric socket in a couple of places. Playing with matches in a room once almost burnt down the house. I've almost burnt down the house a couple times. Ah, you ain't that old. You only got 5 years on me, so oh, 5 or 6. 20 years. Only because I sound so young, that's why. Because, I have a princess voice. How'd that go? I think the first time I stuck a fork, I was pretty fucking young. But have you ever taken. Oh, good Lord, Carl. No wonder. That explains a lot. But have you ever done this? Taken apart a regular wire that plugs into a plug, taken the two ends, you just cut it right there, split them apart, strip them, and then whack them against each other on the floor so they arc. And we used to do that kind of shit. Yeah, people don't really understand electricity till they get fucking zapped. ever grab a cow fence? Yeah, I got thrown back too, Carl. No, I used to do everything at home. That's the only place I could do things like that. Like one time I had a chemistry set and I accidentally made acid, like caustic acid that could burn through shit. Burnt a hole in my arm. Oh man, yeah. You do a lot of stupid shit if you don't have parental supervision. Uh, oh, I know. I don't fuck with it either, man. I know what it's like to get zapped more than a few times. Not fun. I wish I could get that phlegm out, but it's not coming. Hello to all the lurkers. You can at least say hi. I don't care if you want to lurk. That's fine. You want to just sit there and be anonymous. That's fine. But I would prefer that you just say hi. That's just me talking. Somebody, I was watching some video today. Somebody made fake bird poop that you mix with water and then you just spray on people's cars. Why you got to do that? To be vindictive, yes. But ever get shot at with a nail gun? I loved when those things came out. Hey, Mama Dingo, how you doing? Always nice to see you. Stop playing with yourself. What you been up to, Mama? Ain't seen you in a while. Ooh, man, I need glasses. Clean. I take my pills. God, everybody does that, Gio. It's not something that's bad. I mean, yeah, you can overdo it, but if nature didn't want us to do it, it wouldn't have given us hands. It would have given us wings. Why? Why do you got to move? ASAP? Why? Did you get caught in that storm? Yeah, they had a cyclone come through Queensland. Oh, why? What's up, Mama? Okay, Gio, you have a great night, man. It's been nice talking to you, dude. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, man. Yeah. Hope to catch you again. Stay safe and stay sane. I read typo, Mama. Don't worry about it. That's another thing about my channel. I at least. Oh, roasting. I get that. I so get that. I so get that. I used to live in a desert. Freedom fighters rock. I used to live in a desert where it was 120 in the shade most days. I mean, yeah, you had 115, 110, but it was mostly 120. The hottest day I'd ever felt was 134. You could feel every single air molecule hit you in the face at that hot. It was just so hot. And then when you went inside, instant drench. I mean, instant. Like you weren't sweating outside at all, but as soon as you went inside, whoosh, all the sweat came out of you all at once. Oh, I'd lived there for 10 years, so I know about living in heat. Though that was the toughest part of it. I kind of liked it in a way because it did make my feet really tough. I could walk across pretty much any hot surface at that point, at any time of the day or night. My feet were so thick with calluses. And then when I moved up here, they all fell off because nature be weird. Yeah, 120 is it started when it started to get normal. Is one time, because you're so sweaty you didn't wear underwear. I got caught in a windstorm while it was hot. Like, yeah, see, Mama, I get it. Yeah, because it's so hot, you can't wear shoes and shit, so you got to walk around barefoot, and your feet get tough because of it. It got cold if you think 80 degrees is cold, and in the winter, maybe 60. And even you might put a jacket on at that time, but most of the time not. Yeah, but you walk. But one time I was caught in a windstorm. It was very very hot that day, and it blew so much and so hot. Don't get offended at this, but it 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 burned my balls. It burned. It gave me a sunburn, not just a sunburn on my balls or a windburn, but it was so much that the skin around my balls a few days later peeled off, and my balls have been silky smooth ever since. Yeah, living in deserts and hot zones just sucks. And you don't want to even be in Florida or down in the south because that hot. You can't. I mean, people take it, but that's a hot you don't want to be in. Muggy hot is something that you just, if you're not used to it, it's gonna kill you straight up. No, Mom, I hope you find someplace. 'Cause I know how hot it is. I can't. I just, yeah. I'm done with hot, but I'm also done with sea level. Yeah, Odyssey. That's a sentence to walk into, huh, Odyssey? Smoothest balls in town. Ain't that wrinkly shit you see in porno. But even after 20 years of living up here, my feet are still smooth as fuck now because all my calluses fell off. I mean, literally fell off. A good, I'd say, quarter inch of skin when I got up here. The day I got up here, because I had been on a bus for 10 hours to come up here, and I was wearing boots, and well, the boots, it just was all sweaty from the heat that was stayed in there and got up here and all that. And me walking around with them, I took my, I took my, I wish I had taken pictures. I really do. It was the craziest thing I'd ever seen. But my foot, the bottom of it was just strips of flesh, just wiggling around, strippy flesh. And I was like, holy fuck. Put my finger through it, and I cut them off, and I laid them on a stool that was there. And like a couple hours later, that stuff was just hard as like those dog chewy things almost. It was so bizarre. Both of my feet. Now they're just wrinkly smooth now. And I've been trying. I walk out on the cement every day barefoot because barefoot's the only way to go. And it still hurts to walk on certain things, but I keep doing it. I don't know, Carl. All I know is the human body is weird. A little patch. This is the entire bottom of my foot from my toes to my heel. It kind of scared me a little bit, but it is what it is. Didn't die from it, so. Podiatrist, yeah, you can. I do my own. I got a little shaver here. It looks exactly like a vegetable grater, and I just take it. I used to take it across my feet and shave it when it got too big on one of them. Crazy amount of fucking skin you shave off yourself. Maintain hydration. You don't have to frickin' keep telling you people I read typo. I'm an expert at it because I typo a lot. Have you ever thought of trying to live underground, Mama Dingo? Like by the opal mines? They do that here in the desert sometimes. They build half in, half out. They're kind of neat little buildings. Yeah, I used to get a lot of them when I was working a lot. No, I don't have as much. I just got old person toenails now. Oh man. Yes, I know that's the main. It's also used in transmission fluid. Oh, making opals or finding them and just polishing them. Like I think you're talking about that fire opal one that was out there for a bit. I seen that one. Oh, oh, making opals in a microwave. That sounds fun and dangerous. Stupid will at some point cure itself. That's why we need to take warning labels off of things. And we need to uh, control the population by not warning them. But there's going to be some people out there that are going to try it and go, I never heard of this before. Let's try this. That's how you get your face blown off. See, now it all got hot. Now I'm all out of my blankets and shit. But yeah, you need to not warn them. Let people figure it out on their own. Just like, what's his name in Jurassic Park? You took the research and you didn't do the work yourself. That's what you're supposed to do, but you know, I don't know. See, did she block you? Did you block her? I don't know. You might want to check your block list in your in your account settings or your Google account settings. Go to block list, and it tells you if you're blocked or if you blocked anybody. Yeah, you can make a bigger because of the way they built the microwaves. You can build a bigger microwave. You can build a laser gun. You can build a lot if you have the technical know. Oh, she hasn't spoken in quite some time, at least a couple minutes now. You see that one kid, Styropyro? Ugh, he was always whew, lasers he would make are fun. Well, maybe since you came back, she don't like you no more. I should be considered a safe place for everybody, and I hope that is the way my role here is taken. Safe place. Oh, I pooted. I pooted. I gotta get a new camera. My camera died. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't mind a railgun. They have functioning handheld railguns. They're just not professionally made. But they look cool and they function. Oh, that thing, yeah. That's not plasma, that's just gas. They take a gas canister. How's that fun, sir? Are you doing well? I hope so. Oh, my head. I need to go find some aspirin. What we got now? No, I think she left. I'm pretty sure she did. But you never know. No, it's. Oh yeah. How did you fare well in the cyclone? I didn't know if it was. I knew you were by Queensland, or at least I think you are, but I didn't know if it got up towards you. Well, Carl, what it is, it is an effect. They you take a propane bottle and shoot propane in there in the bigger bottle in the back, and then it will just travel when you light it because all the propane's through it, and it will travel through that. I mean, it's a neat effect, but it's just propane. It's not plasma. I don't know why people got to lie about simple things that people can figure out on their own. Oh, good God, Colt, go to bed. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Probably woke up to suck on a cigar. Oh man, that's too bad, Star. Well, stay safe and sleep up on a shelf tonight. The way it's set around here, we can't flood because we live on the bottom of a hill that has a very good drainage system. Until that gets full, of course. But then we wouldn't flood. We're already up 3 feet, 3, 4 feet above ground. It'd take a lot of fucking water to flood here. How does a railgun work? Through a series of magnets and electrical capacitors. Uh, elect- use electromagnets, I guess. You could use magnets, and they have to be alternating current on each side. So when something passes through them, both of the magnetic fields uh, react with the material, and because of the forces implied or that are applied, they push it along, and each set of magnets adds a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more till where it rapidly accelerates the projectile or object out of the device. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a fucking scientist. Well, yeah, they are, but they don't want to use them. The Navy has actually stopped developing them because they really like the lasers. They really love the lasers because it's so much cheaper, so much easier to handle, so much easier to use. That's what they say. Though I like the some of the ways some people are trying to launch rockets lately, like spinning them really fast and then shooting them, or having them fly or travel up a mountain and then launch. You left a bottle of or no, a cup of I would assume whiskey with an ice cube in it, or is that gin? I can't read fucking pictures, man. I like that though, Carl. I think it's cool. It shows ingenuity. That's what it does. It shows ingenuity. It shows that we can. There's several different ways. We don't have to always go one route to get to the same conclusion. Well, that's good, Star. I'm glad you're not going to get flooded, but At least you got enough food, man. I know how that can be. I gotta go do some shopping this weekend myself. Did I spit? Did I explain it there for you there, Star? Because I'm not a scientist or anything. I just play one on TV and have a mother for a scientist, so, or a scientist for a mother. Whatever. You're so old. Dust is collecting behind your ears. No, I have the flu, or I don't know exactly what it is, but I've been sick for the last several days. And yeah, I'm stuffed up, dude. I'm stuffed up something fierce. I haven't had much time to do shit, so I just decided to get on, see if anybody's around, especially this late, or late for me anyway. I know it's early for y'all. Well, not early. It's like you know, you know. But yeah, the wife's got sick. I got sick. A lot of the towns got sick. Yeah, see, I know what I'm talking about. It's not like I talking just blow shit out my ass. You know what I'm talking about. I couldn't, build one. I mean, I could build a simple one, maybe, but I'd probably get bored halfway through. Tried building a crossbow once, never got it finished. I tried to build a lot of things, it just never finished. Got enthused, and just said, fuck it. Uh, oh, that's too bad, Odyssey. I'm glad it's not, I'm glad it wasn't something that just floored me like the COVID vaccine did. Mm-hmm. That floored me for a day. That was horrendous. I've never felt that sick in a long time. But this is just something, probably just the flu. And I think I caught it at the doctor's office, which is. Uh, that made me angry a little. Well, doctor's office and walking through the cold and all that shit. What? Uh, I know it's 3 a.m. there. It's 2:21 here. Ah, now Odyssey. You can't say I was that kid I found on the other day. You can't say certain words on TikTok or they'll completely ban you. And I was like, what? Can't talk about LGBTQ shit. Can't talk about rape. Can't talk about fucking anything. What's the point of it then? You want to have them nice and clean, or you want them to learn reality? I read your other comment, Colt. It's not that I don't read your comments. I read every comment that comes by. I may not respond or say anything about it, but I do read them, Colt. I wish you would understand this. I'm not a cold hearted asshole that ignores you because you say something or write something or type something that I might disagree or not like. I read what you say. You're just annoying. But I read what you say. And I told you it's 2:30. And yeah, I know. I don't get it. I went on there because I wanted to see what he was. I want to kind of get on his show just to tell him something about how he's doing it. But when I get over there, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So I'm looking around, clicking on shit, and it's all just fucking confusing. At least for me, I'm just like, well, whatever. But it's interesting. The guy's 20 years old. Well, Colt, you're a good friend too. Just annoying. We should lock everybody. Everybody should get locked up at least once in their life, or go to the military, or both. Took me both. I went over there trying to, because this guy's he's 20 years old. He's a philosophy major, I guess, and he knows how to talk to people. He knows how he knows what he's talking about, and he's not flustered. He doesn't get, but the insanity that he's trying to talk against sometimes just boggles the fucking mind. You can hear these people trying to flip flop all over their points of talking, and it's just ugh. But it's good to hear the youth. I want to, it's good to hear the youth speaking and talking, even though some of them, most of them, are fucking stupid. Yeah, but Carl, that will require governments and people when you have an extremely large population of the world believing in a fictitious fucking sky being that if you think at it hard enough will grant you fucking wishes, you got problems. We need to get rid of a lot of things that are preconceived notions in this world, and we can't do it when you've got 8 billion people thinking them, you know, and each one thinking their own version is the right version. Yeah, I've been in jail. I've been in jail for a month. I was actually put down on lockdown the day I got out because I was helping I gave some fool a cup of coffee because I didn't care. He was on lockdown. He wanted some coffee. I got him some coffee. They locked me down, and like not even 15 minutes later, I got my cell door got buzzed, and I came out there going, "What?" They go, "You're free," and I'm like, "Woohoo!" That was kind of wild, but it woke me up a little, set me on a different path. That's how it should be. It should be educational for people, but a lot of the times they go right back to what they were into, and that's what brings people right back to getting in jail. It wasn't nice and simple. am polite. I am a very polite person. I say please and thank you. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, sir. Yes, sir. To, to everybody I meet, I open the doors for people. You know, I hold doors open for people. I do everything you're supposed to as a civilized human being. Lockdown means when that you're not allowed out of your cell for a, a set amount of time because you broke a rule. At least in that context, lockdown does mean other things in other areas. No, life was not simple. It wasn't nice. It wasn't anything like that. It's always been hectic and chaotic and bullshit from the beginning of this country and from the beginning of human history. If you just but think about it. No, I was that for being a month in jail. We had broken into a government facility and stole a bunch of useless crap because we were drunk. I didn't set foot in the facility myself. I think that's why I got off. They just handed it to me. All the there was like some flares and some other stupid shit, and it was a federal facility, so federal, you get charged no matter what. They don't just say, "Oh well, you guys were drunk." You pay. All you got to do is ask. Odyssey, I will explain anything I say or do as best I can, whenever I can. Communication is key. Education is key. Understanding is key. If we don't understand the words that we're using, we don't understand the context and what they're being used in, shit get lost in the message, and people start to not understand what you're on about unless you do explain. I don't mind having those conversations either, because if you don't have conversations, you don't learn yourself. You might actually learn something about yourself that you didn't know the second before. It all depends. You know me? Who, me? Never. I went through college with my mother. My mother did 12 years of college. She did she got a master's degree in physics and then a master's degree in journalism. And so we spent 12 years in college. I grew up in college family housing all across California and Massachusetts. Not all across, but in Massachusetts and California. So that was an experience that a lot of people don't have. You know, mine wasn't typical or normal. It was normal for me, but like I got to meet some really smart people. I met the inventor of the laser, Buckminster Fuller. He's a mathematician. Um, I get to play with some cool stuff, be around cool stuff. Most of it I didn't understand at all. She was trying to, they were just starting to understand waveforms and shit like that. So I got to see some of that, but it never really caught on for me. I don't learn through books. I learn through doing. And you can't explain shit to me either. I'll nod off as soon as you start trying to explain shit. I could explain shit, but not when somebody's trying to do it to me. Okay. I I did get to meet a lot of different people and a lot of different thinking though, from a lot of different places on the planet. And it confused me at first. At first, well, at the very beginning, it wasn't confusing because I was a child. I didn't know any better. as I grew up, some of it was confusing because, like for example, we lived next to a Korean family, and the way they clean their house, their floors was to take a hose to it. It just blew me away. You know, I lived there with Iranians, Iraqis, all different races, all from all over the world. It was so eye opening, and there was a short, minuscule amount of when I felt like, well, maybe these people should be, this, that, and the other thing. But then I got set straight, and then the world opened up even more to where I could really accept people for who and what they were, and I've been that way ever since. I'm accepting of people. I don't care where you're from. As long as you're good to me, I'm going to be good to you, because that's the only way to be in life, is to be good to people. I might talk shit online, especially when I see some stupid ass fucking comments from people. Like today, I remember this one person on this show I was watching. She goes, "Well, I was about to leave because you're talking about some other stuff," and I said, "You could still leave, and I don't think anybody would fucking care." It's kind of shit like that. It's like, okay, this is not about you. This is about the person we're watching. If you want it to be about you, make your own goddamn channel. But for right now, fuck off. Yeah, well, Colt, that's fine. That's something that people shouldn't do. They spent less time fucking ingesting poisons. They might have a better outlook on life. They might have a better life, period. You don't know. They're spending money on something that just isn't needed by the human body. Because all of that is poison. All of it. Cigarettes, drinking, alcohol, all of it. All of it is poison. It may stimulate the brain in some different ways. It is still a poison. Alcohol was invented as a poison. It wasn't invented because, you know, people knew that they could get drunk from it. People wanted to kill people with a poison. That's how alcohol was invented. Now, there are probably many arguments to that, saying, well, they had it in the Egyptian days, and that may be true because we invented things together across this planet all the time. But for hard alcohol, that's why it was invented, because they were trying to kill someone. No, weed is not poison. We have receptors in our brain specifically for cannabinoids. We are one with the plant. Alcohol was found by creating a poison. Okay? Weed isn't a poison. Weed is a plant. You don't distill weed into anything, and if you do, then it's not a plant anymore and it shouldn't be ingested. It could have been. Star, I don't know history. I don't have a time machine. All I'm going on is the information I have gleaned out through my life. I'm not an expert. I don't really know the truth. Yes, and we can create our own high by running, exercising, doing stuff. I've only felt that high once, though. It was the best high I'd ever felt. Of course, I was in the military, so it really got tampered down by the rest of the people around me. I was next to a full bird colonel when it happened, too. Yeah, we were out for a 5 mile fun run, and that's when you have a colonel come along, and they just talk to everybody, and we all run together. And we had been going at a steady pace for a couple of miles, and all of a sudden, man, That adrenaline just dropped on my spine, and I took off. I was almost 100 feet ahead of the entire platoon before I realized what had happened. That was the greatest feeling I had ever felt in my entire life. And that's a lot. That's through a lot of drugs, dude. So, tobacco is a plant, yes, but it is a poisonous plant, and they don't just let you have tobacco. Maybe in cigars they do, but they still soak that shit. No, it's a poisonous plant. There are no receptors in your head for it. It's just poison. Nicotine is poison. With a pinprick of nicotine, a drop, a pin drop will kill you instantly if it touches your skin. That's not a throw out there thing or something I'm just making up. That's a fact. And it was used for those three things because we figured it out after a while. That's why when they tried to poison the person who they were trying to kill, they found out that it was actually a great taste, and that's where it all started. Yes, in Egyptian they probably it. There's so many variants on how it was created. Nobody knows the exact truth, but that's the truth I know about hard liquor, or you know whatever it was, like absinthe and all that shit, and all of it, just all of it. Humans have always tried to alter their brain chemistry somehow because they know there's something missing up there. If we just saw in a different way, if we just felt a different way, if we just could see something in a different light, and mostly that comes from chemicals, alcohol, all that shit. Okay, that's why I like LSD myself. No, those are the third and fourth top killers of life. Top five things mankind creates that kills them. Heart disease and cancers are the cause of every second death. Infectious diseases, 1 in 7 deaths. Pneumonia, diarrheal diseases, tuberculosis, HIV, and malaria. Small from neonatal and maternal deaths. Let's see, influenza has killed about 200 million. Bubonic plague has killed about 200 people. Smallpox has killed at least 1 billion people. Tuberculosis, billion. Malaria has killed 5 billion. Eh. See, it doesn't even tell you. Doesn't even answer the question. Let's see. Let's see. Let's try that. Man-made deaths. War, pollution, and accidents. I don't know. I have to figure out. See, that's one thing I don't know how is to ask questions, right? What? They have a distillery? Well, bury it, man. I heard you can make hash oil with a coffee maker, but that was back when I was young. You hear lots of different things when you're young. You believe everything you read and see. You don't question as much. Well, that's because humans are stupid. That's why lawyers exist, because people don't want to freaking educate themselves on the shit that they need to, or they should have. And then it just makes it easier to go to a lawyer than learning the law, learning how to yabber about bullshit. Because that's what you ever see in lawyers, is they just know how to yammer on about stupid shit that don't need to be yammered on about. And I personally advocate for a rewriting of our laws to reflect the stupidity of humankind. And it needs to be stated as such. That humans have become so stupid that we now have to redefine our laws in such a way that they're more understandable by the general public. And, that information should be disseminated, but it's not. Humans have a tendency to just be the laziest, no matter what. In any job, even the military, or jobs that require precision, people still want to be fucking lazy, and that's fine, because that's what humans are. We have designed things that make our lives easier by doing something that, though is needed, it might not be essential. So we're lazy about it. We're lazy about a lot of things. Oh man, Odyssey, that's what happened to me too. I don't trust lawyers anymore. I thought I could myself. No, I can't. I don't trust people for the most part. I trust. There's a very small percentage of actual human beings on this planet that I trust. Most of them are in here. Even you, Colt. I trust you. I trust Star. I trust you, Odyssey. I trust a lot of the people that come here. Not all, but most. Because I've had time to suss you out and talk to you and all that. There's history there. But a person on the street, I give them as much rope as they can to hang themselves. But I'm always aware that my fellow human being is out to get me. Unfortunately, though I do that, I also try to be as kind as I can. And I see that same thought in other people's head. When I ask somebody, do you need any help? They go, what is his intentions? You can see it flash across their face. It's like, what is he trying to do? Is he trying to rip me off? Is he trying to steal from me? This, that, the other thing. And that's fine. I get that. I try to be as kind as possible, though. But even that, especially with women, when it comes to women, they're always thinking shit like that. They've already looked you up and down and assessed you based on just how you look alone, even before they've talked to you or heard anything that you've had to say. They've already made a decision about you just simply by looking at you. And that's, though it might be a survival feature, it doesn't always apply. And sometimes can be dead wrong. Oh, that's good. At least he did that for you. They can do their bare minimum, but I still don't trust them. I don't trust them. Like I said, I don't trust a lot of people. I don't trust my neighbors. That's for sure. I don't trust my neighbors. I don't trust many of my family. They've proven useless. Every time I think about it, it just pisses me off more. Oh, I need to get something to drink here. Huh? You're a busy man. Go get him, Odyssey. Pimp them chicks. No. Oh. I don't know, folks. It's just, as the days go on and years go on, these are the thoughts that float through my head constantly. And I'm glad I can talk them out with people. I appreciate all of you. You have no idea how much I appreciate all of you. Even you, Colt. Even you. I appreciate you all. It's good to have, at least, if not in person, somebody to talk to. It's good to put out a thought and have somebody discuss it with you, not just have somebody.
There was a firing squad carried out for an execution yesterday.
Where?
South Carolina?
Yeah, they do that down there.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
Bring me some aspirin, would you?
Yeah. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Well, that's what people want. They get to choose how they want to die. I know you are, Star.
I thought we made murderous roads illegal.
No, that's a southern thing. You get to choose the way you want to go. A lot of people want to go. He was probably, whoever it was probably making a statement.
That's some really old dude.
That's probably why. And it's sad, but they it's just how it is, man. And though it's sad and it's kind of disgusting, we have to accept it. That's how they want to run their laws. Just be thankful you don't live there.
Yeah.
That's, well, I mean, it's South Carolina. I mean, you can't expect much. When you got when that's just all hillbillies. And you can't talk to those people because they're hillbillies.
Yeah, I don't speak redneck.
I speak it. I just don't like to. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's too much information. Yeah, Star. I get that. I'm just trying to be a little political with him because we could set him off. Man, you have to be a little political when you're dealing with special needs. But I like the fact you could choose it. I wish people would choose stoning to death. That would be a good one. No. I think people living for as long as they can to feel every day the remorse and all of that goes on with their actions. That's why I said earlier that Elon, as much as he needs to get shot in the head, as much as Trump needs to get shot in the head, they need to live for a very long time in prison to never be let out again and to sit there and suffer as they are making other people suffer. I mean, if I had the means, at least 6 months of good training. Just putting that out there, NSA. When it's done, I'm here. I don't know, where's the volume, man? Did I lower the volume? No, I did not. I'm just talking silly. Carl, I want to live to 1,000. At least. I want to watch what humanity does over 1,000 years. Or at least the first 500. And then tell the next 500 how it went and how it should go. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that any better? Where we at? It could be. It could be. It could be YouTube, man. It could be throttling me back because I don't like my ass. Oh. Plus, plus, if I talk too loud, I tend to start coughing. All my late night people. I love it. I don't care. I don't got crowds. I really don't. Oh, you will. You'll last so long. I'm gonna put your brain in a jar and then build you a cybernetic body. No, my nose. Don't take all that grape, you fucking nut. Oh, there we go. Ugh. Oh, there we go. Oi, babe. Oi, oi, oi. Oh, there you are. I was looking for that. That's right, Carl. You'll be my personal valet, doing all my stuff in a cybernetic body. We're already prisoners, Carl. We're all prisoners. We're prisoners of our own bodies. We're prisoners in our own mind. And it's all done because we want it that way. If we truly wanted to be free, we would not engage in anything that civilization has to offer at all. I would not put you in a female sex bot. All right? That's just wrong on many levels. You would have to have a disclaimer right on your titties. This sex robot was originally a man, but he likes it up the butt now. And you should see these pills. They're so fucking huge. Come here. There we go. Damn, that's huge. It's like fucking. It's almost too big for your throat. You can do that anyway. Um, all you need to do is get a surgery to put an electrical lead into your brain to where the pleasure center hits, and you just you don't even need much, just a little trickle electricity hitting that. You can come as much as you want. I don't see why more people don't do that. Because that'd get boring, Carl. After a while, you're walking through the house and, probably at the worst possible time. Oh my Be right back. Go to the bathroom. Yeah. Oh boy. There we go. Here we go. That's better. What's better? What? Volume good now? Thumbs up, people. Yeah. My knees. Yeah. Well, anyway. Yep. All right, people. I'm going to call it tonight. Honestly, it's great to see you. Star always. Carl, go have breakfast. I guess I got to create history on this channel, so I'll probably be on here a lot more on Restream. Yeah, coffee, cigarette. I'll probably be on Restream a lot more just to create history, so YouTube can get off my back about their bullshit rules. And y'all have a great fucking day, and I will hopefully see you again next time. And peace out, my friends. Stay safe, stay sane.